Hello, everyone. My name is Maya Thomas, and I'll be talking about The Rotating Snakes by Akiyoshi Kitaoka. So let's get into the background. All right. So, background. Akiyoshi is a professor working for the Department of Psychology at Ritsumeikan University in Kyoto, Japan. He researches a wide range of visual phenomena such as perceptual transparency, um, visual completion, in addition to geometrical form, lightness, color, and motion illusion. He creates a wide range of illusion works, and on my left, you can see that we will be talking about his well light trick, The Rotating Snakes, which was created in 2003 and is an image um, optimized from the Fraser Wilcox illusion. And he actually won a couple awards for his work, one being the Award of Original Studies from the Japanese Society of Cognitive Psychology in 2007. And there was also Gold Prize by the Real Art and Science of Color Prize back in 2006. Okay. So let's get into the in depth analysis of this artwork. Because as you can see, there's a lot that we got to deal with, but not a lot at the same time. So we have Mori patterns. Mori patterns is basically um, pattern on top of a pattern, they're overlapping. However, some of these patterns, they aren't necessarily the same, they are slightly different. And we'll see that when it comes to the color methods. Now, in op art, color methods are basically either black and white, or you actually have like actual color, as you can see in the rotating snakes. Now, as you can see here, we're actually utilizing almost all the color methods, even though there's only like two. We're using our black and white, and we're also using actual color, which is blue and lime. And you can also see that the white is also on the background as well. That contributes to the piece itself. And um, and the color scheme for the blue and the lime actually helps with blending into one another. So there's that. Then you have your shapes. As you can see, this is all not geometric, but organic shapes. So we have a lot of circles, a lot of vortex, a lot of, like I said, circular motion. And that's mainly what you'll see in this illusion. So let's go on to my personal analysis. It wants to load. Uh-oh. Okay, so my evaluation. So we're actually going to go get into the science of this, and the science of this is actually pretty cool. So our cone receptors are very sensitive to shape, form, and hues. When these are constantly vivid on the eyes, our cones will constantly fire and tire themselves out. So, what does that mean in case for black, white, and colors itself? Well, for white, white is the spectrum of all colors. So, when the blue and the lime receptors tire out, white will refresh the receptors and continue the pattern. So, it refreshes and even will sometimes replace some of the blue and the lime within our minds. So it's kind of interesting. It's kind of like basically it's adding color that's technically not there after our lime and blue receptors tire out. And then you have black. Black is the absence of color and helps ease and erase and dilute the vibrancy of the colors. So basically, when white is adding, black is actually subtracting. So what does that mean when you put them together? Like I said before, white adds, black subtracts, and the colors themselves stay in order to activate these receptors within our mind. So, in all, we have a continuous loop of adding and subtracting, and constant colors being added and subtracted over and over and over again, which creates the motion that Akiyoshi wants us to see. So, why do I like this piece actually? This piece is this piece is actually really entertaining in a sense. It activates almost everything. It activates everything within your eyes, and it activates your brain. It makes it goes overtime, and literally, it's kind of it's really entertaining. That leads into my second point. It's really entertaining. Like there's never a dull moment when you're staring at this piece. It's like everywhere you look, it's literally movement everywhere, and it's kind of like It's kind of like being like when you're looking at one side and in your peripheral you see something else moving. So it's like your brain is like, wait, did I miss something? So it's just constantly entertaining. There's constant movement. There's constantly something new to look at with this piece. But it's also unusual. Usually in all the pieces that we've seen, there never really has been um, a moving piece. It's always been static. But with this, it's like your brain is moving everything. So it's just like, what? There's movement. This is new. Um, and that's where it ties in with my fourth one. The movement is hypnotic. And don't stare too long, but I mean, if you do, then you're going to get hypnotized or at least like get a headache. So there's that. But overall, it's kind of interesting because when you stare at it so much, you get hypnotized, your brain kind of dumbs down, and your body kind of like relaxes and goes numb, and it's kind of like therapeutic in a sense. But I really do like the colors only because my favorite color is blue and all that. So that was one of the reasons why I chose it. Another reason I was like movement. So there's that. And honestly, that's basically everything for my analysis. Um, this was an interesting piece thus far to look at. Like I said before, don't stare at it too much because you might get a headache. And other than that, thank you for joining me on The Rotating Snakes by Akiyoshi Kitaoka. Have a good one, guys.